Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Hardcore series. As you'll have noticed in that time lapse, I managed to get a little bit more done on the entranceway to the base, and then we also managed to get done a bit of a path down here going down towards the village. I'm really happy with how this is all looking, how it's all turned out so far. I would like to give a bit of a shout out to Vic. In my last video, I was just putting up planks and then he reminded me to put in a little bit of texture, so I've got these stripped oak logs as well. This kind of combination is something that I've used before, I just forgot to use it in that last episode, so thank you very much Vic for reminding me about that. So, what are the objectives for today? Well, first off, I want to finish this base, actually make it look something like, and make it livable. I need to dig out all this center section here, and as you can see, I've put some doorways in that's going to lead out to other areas. But this center bit is where my main lot of living is going to be, so I need to get this dug out, and then also make a start on these other bits. One of the ideas that I've got for one of the other rooms that's going to be at the back is some redstone farms, some automated farms. So things like the melon farm that I've got out there would be moved back in there, and then automate it so I've got a constant stream of melons for trading. But for that kind of thing, I would probably need a lot more iron, so that's going to mean that I would need to build an iron farm. But the problem with all of this is unfortunately that I'm still in iron gear, and it's not very effective, to be perfectly honest. Diamond is so much better. So the first thing that we're going to do is try and get ourselves down to diamond level and hunt for some tasty diamonds. Now, I'm not too sure whether I want my mine to be inside the base or outside the base. I suppose if I had it outside and I had it maybe like starting here and then kind of digging downwards at a diagonal, that'd be pretty cool. But then if I had it inside the base, I could have it going straight down, which would mean potentially less digging. Decisions. I think if I have it inside the base, that is less digging. I'd probably potentially put it here. That way it's kind of out of the way. I can get up and down there pretty easy, but it might not then impede on other things that's going to go in this area. That being said, I'm going to need a hell of a lot of ladders because I'm currently up at wire level 88, and that means I've got to go all the way down to minus 59. So whilst I don't normally like just digging straight down, I will do the 2-block method, but I may also take a bucket of water with me just in case there's any lava. I'm going to clear out my inventory of all the stuff that I don't need. But because I've got an excess amount of jungle logs, I will use those to make the sticks that then in turn makes the ladders. So we've got 2 stacks and 4 of ladders. Oddly enough, I'm not too sure that's going to be enough, you know. Not only that, I am far too lazy to do the math. So let's get a little bit more. So 3 stacks and 15, I think that's going to definitely be enough. And we've got some jungle planks left. Let's maybe just take a little extra logs just in case. So we've got the ladders, we've got extra wood, got a bed, water bucket, and a couple of iron pickaxes. Wish me luck. I'm going to do it here. Now this is probably going to take a while, so I will just skip ahead until something interesting happens. Oh, we've got an amethyst geode. That's really cool. See, now this is going to be really useful because one of my favourite blocks in the whole game at the moment is calcite, so I would definitely love to incorporate that into a build at some point. Let's just give this a quick light up. We'll definitely come back to this at another point. Okay, so now that we're down here at the bottom, we are at minus 59. We can start to make some tunnels. Now, I like to have myself a little bit of a setup here. I might even put a bed down just in case we need that for any reason. Just going to dig out a little bit more of this so we've got a little bit more space to work with. It's nice to have a bit of a central hub here because when you do your spurs and you do your mines off to the side, you can always come back to it, unload any gear that you've got, you can crack on from there. It's kind of like just having a mini base down here, that way you can have a lot longer mining sessions, which is always good. So from here, I'm just going to try and mine in one direction and see how far I get. Hopefully I find some diamonds before my iron runs out. So I'm hearing a little bit of lava on my left-hand side, I think. So it could be that we're near to diamonds. I do vaguely remember pre 1.17, I think it was, before we had all this deep slate, it was far more common to find diamonds hanging around lava. I don't know if that's still the case now, but... Oh, just as he says it. 1, 2, 3. Just 3? I always mine out around it just in case, you never know. Yeah, it looks unfortunately just like it was 3. But that is definitely enough for us to use it for a pick. So I think once this iron one's run out, I might come back and get a diamond one. The annoying thing is sometimes that I've done entire mining sessions where I've been doing it for, you know, almost an hour, and I've found either no diamonds at all, or maybe just the 1 or 2. So I'm really hoping that I get much luckier on this occasion. Now, whilst strip mining can be quite tedious at times, I also do sometimes find it relatively therapeutic. It's a very odd kind of sensation, really. That being said, if anybody knows of any way to get diamonds a lot quicker and a bit more efficient, please do let me know in the comments. I want to stress that I mean that by proper ways. I don't mean cheats or mods or anything like that. I'm not looking to cheat my way through any of this. So any of the vanilla mechanics that I can kind of maybe exploit, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that, as long as it's stuff that you can find in the game with no external stuff. Okay, that's the end of that one, and unfortunately we got nothing, so let's make our way back. We're going to invest in a diamond pickaxe. I might go in a different direction this time. See, the cave noises when I first started playing Minecraft really creeped me out. I thought something was going to come and get me because I didn't know anything about the game, really. I just kind of figured it out as I went along, but yeah, when you realise that the cave noises are just noises, they become a lot less scary. Now, I know that you don't just find diamonds at Y level minus 59, you can find them all the way up to Y level 0. So what I might do, because I don't like strip mining for ages on one level, so what I might do is go up a few blocks and then try and strip mine, maybe go up 10 blocks or something like that and strip mine from there and see how far we get. Maybe not in this session, maybe in another session, I don't know yet. Hey, there we go. There's some more diamonds there now. It feels like it takes ages to find them. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Always make sure that you mine a bit further around just to make sure, because I have been stung with that before. So we've got 6 more diamonds. That's not so bad. We'll head back and we'll go in a different direction, I think, this time, and see what else we can find. Ah, lapis. And redstone. That's exactly what we want. It's just me. They were going a different colour then. What? I've never seen it go a different colour like that before, I don't think. Unless it's just something to do with the lack of light, perhaps. I've got a fancy light thing on. I might get rid of that because I'm not sure I like it. More redstone. Yeah, I think it's a light level, so now that I've put that there, it's gone back to a normal surrounding colour. Well, so far, this tunnel hasn't exactly been particularly lucrative. Bit of redstone, bit of lapis, but no diamonds so far, which is really quite aggravating because when you've mined, you know, a couple of 100 blocks or something, you're expecting to find at least something. Okay, place your bets, place your bets. How many diamonds are we going to get out of this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it just going to be 4? Yeah, I'm going to concede at 4. So, who got that right? So 10 diamonds we've got so far. 13 if you count the pickaxe in my hand. And now the long walk back to base. I think we'll do one more tunnel for now. Maybe probably get to the end of this diamond pickaxe. If I find some more diamonds from this one, great. If not, then I'll probably try and do another mining session in between episodes. Pretty sure you guys don't want to just see this the entire time. Fingers crossed for some more diamonds, guys. Always scares me when they break. So with the one that we already had in the chest, plus the 16 that we just got from the mines, we have a grand total of 17. Now we are a little ways away from having enchanted stuff, other than my armor that I've got on at the moment, which I found. But I think having diamond tools is going to give us a better start in trying to dig a lot of this stuff out. Might be a little less tedious. And then from there we can start working on getting things enchanted. So just for the time being, I'm going to make another diamond pickaxe. And I think I'll also do an axe as well. That way I can use that to attack mobs as well. And also perhaps farm these melons a little faster as well. So I'm just going to quickly get this area mined out. This is going a little bit quicker than the iron tools. That being said, it's still not great. So this might take me a little while, but I'll check back in with you guys once I've got this mined out. my god. That was so close. Oh dear. I'm going to need to do something about that. Whew, that was in my mouth there. Okay, so I got all this mined out and I decided to go a little bit further than that. I kind of got a little bit carried away and decided to finish off this entire center section. Of course, I'm going to keep the same theme from in here and put it in here as well. So like I say, we've got these spruce trapdoors. We've got the spruce stairs as well, upside down, to kind of give it that more circular effect. But it also does look like supports for the top beams up here. Now, again, the same as over there, these are the oak ones and then half spruce slabs on the top. Now, normally when I'm recording these videos, I do everything in one day and then I'll edit it down and that's the final product that you see. However, because I wanted to get a lot more done in this episode, but I have run out of time, what I'm going to do is come back tomorrow and make a start on this iron farm. Now, even though I have done quite a lot today, I don't feel like it's enough on camera to really warrant a full episode. So that's why I'm going to come back tomorrow and try and get as much done as I can. So we're going to jump into day 2. Let's go. And we're in day 2. Well, technically this is going to be like day 5 because there's been quite a few things going on over the past few days that I've just not had time to get on. That being said, I have done a bit of work. As you can see at the top here, I have been clearing out a few of these trees ready for doing the iron farm. This little bridge that you can see that I've made going over to the village is just to get the villagers over here via minecarts. But very quickly, just before we make a start on that, there is something I wanted to show you guys. In between episodes, I was able to get this room dug out. This one's going to be for my storage room. So we get the entrance here and it comes in to the left here. It's a decent size and it actually worked out quite well really because I can fit 2 double chests there and stack them up. Same on this side, same here. The center is 3 blocks, so I might have to do something a little bit different there. And then same again with this 4, 4, and 4. So there's actually room for quite a lot of chests in here. Of course, it's not going to be an auto storage system. That's going to come later. But it's nice to get this mapped out and just going to get a feel as to where everything's going to be going and just if there's enough room. So as I say, this one's going to be for the storage. That one's going to be for various different farms. And this one is going to be for the enchanter. Now you notice that in my hotbar, I do have some obsidian. So I've been kind of saving this. I can make an enchanting table now. Oh yes. Now just for the time being, I'm going to put it there. None of it's going to be any good at the moment, so we'll just leave it as is for now. And yes, I will be putting a path up here at some point because this is just going to be tedious. Now originally, when I'm looking at this area, I was thinking to myself that I'm going to do the iron farm design by ENX04. It's a super simple design. Impulse has used it on his ultra hardcore recently, and it's very different to the one that I normally use. However, because my base is right underneath here, and I didn't really want to build it anywhere else, kind of had my heart set on doing it up here. I'm going to build the old farm that I used to do, which is the Wattles design. Of course, I will leave a link in the description to Wattles' video, just so you can follow his tutorial a lot better than I can probably describe it, because I'm probably going to jump into a time lapse and kind of get this thing built, because there are certain parts of this that could be quite tedious, and I don't want to bore you guys. But I will do a general overview of the whole thing once it's done. So I'm thinking that I want the catchment area for this iron farm to be around about here, so I'm going to dig out a 2 space here, and then a 3rd one here. We'll put a chest down there and then a hopper going into the back of it. Then we need to block that up there. And then I'm going to make some signs, one of which can go here. And then we're just going to build up from here the kill chamber. Now sometimes I struggle to remember exactly how to get these to push into the same area, but that looks good enough to me. So I'm quite happy with how that's water's flowing. So it all flows into this hopper and then into this chest. Now I'm going to use some temporary blocks now to kind of come from the center in 1 block. So we're going to use this line now to come up about 30 blocks, maybe 31 blocks, just so we're definitely higher above everything else, so nothing's going to spawn where we don't want it to. So this platform that we're building here is going to be for where the villagers are sat. Okay, so we've put the signs in here, which means then that the lava is going to go on top of all this. So when the iron golems fall down, they come straight into the lava. They kind of sink to the bottom so that the lava kills them, but the water stream catches the drops and puts them straight into that hopper. For the first villager, we put the bed here, and then we can start putting some glass around it just to get a general shape of how many spaces we want. And we want to leave an extra space here, so whilst he's stood on the bed, he doesn't see the zombie, but then when he comes down here, he's making eye contact, gets scared, runs back up here, breaks eye contact, and so on and so on. The cycle repeats. It also allows them to actually sleep, even though they only sleep for maybe a split second, and that's enough for them to reset and want to then spawn more iron golems. So essentially this is going to be, once we've built up the glass walls, of course, this is going to be the chamber that the villager sits in. From there, we need to build a 3x3 space here. And this bit here is going to be where the zombie is going to stand. So then we build another platform out here. So 1 space for them to stand, 2 for the bed, and then 1 for the glass. And then we just need to do the same on this side. So we put the water in here to make sure that the zombie doesn't burn in the daylight. Even though it's going to be covered on the top, it's always better to be safe than sorry. So we'll put that in. And then what we're going to do now is build up the walls. Okay, so we've built these walls up now so that they are 3 high. However, I've left spaces there, there, and there so that the zombie can then see the villagers and essentially frighten them for the rest of their lives, which sounds really, really barbaric, but, you know, it's a game. One last thing to do is just to make sure that these are lit up. We don't want anything else spawning on this block here, so you could put the torch on that block. It doesn't really matter. The villager's still going to be able to stand on that, so that's fine. Now the next job is to get the villagers in. This is going to be entertaining, to say the least. So let's get on with that, shall we? Okay, so as you guys can see, the iron farm is now working. I have got a few bits that I need to get tidied up, including that stairwell, just getting rid of all that, and the bridge kind of going across there. I may actually end up having a bridge going across from this section across the ravine. That'd be quite nice to have access to that side pretty freely. But just so you guys can see what's going on here, let's move into free cam. So as you can see, we've got 3 villagers here that are being constantly frightened by this zombie in the center. Now he obviously doesn't despawn because he's holding a shovel. They in turn then allow iron golems to spawn up on this platform. The water pushes the iron golem down through here, along there, and then down into the kill chamber. As I say, I do have some cleaning up to do because technically speaking, these dirt blocks here are spawnable blocks. So there is a chance that an iron golem might spawn here, but they won't spawn on glass, so I'm covered there. And they won't spawn on here at the moment because we've got the rails on top. So as I'm clearing all this out, I've got to be pretty careful about creating any spawnable blocks. Other than that, I'm super happy that we got this iron farm done. It did take a little while and I had to keep going back and getting different resources. My plan is absolutely terrible, but we got there in the end. But unfortunately, that's all I have time for in this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.